this is basically us saying, okay, we're done with the growing process. You know, naturally, our instincts, when you come to the field and you see an onion on the ground, or you see an onion that's ready, you want to take it and pull it up by hand.
Yeah.
And so it breaks the roots off. Well, that's what we're doing with the machine, because we can't go and pull every one of these onions up by hand. So the machine will come along and it's got a blade underneath it. As he comes here, you can see there's a blade that kind of picks the onions up, and then it's got a chain that the onions ride up on the chain, and it shakes the dirt out. And so once it shakes the dirt out, take us a little dust bath. You can see the onion roots are cut. The dirt is somewhat taken off of it. And then we let the onion sit here and dry out.
Yeah.
And that's the best part of the process right here from the field side of it, is getting to see this part of it. We've got them grown to this side. It's taken a long time. This process started back in September of last year.
Yeah.
And here we are, April of 2024, and we are just digging onions, just getting them ready for the packing shed.
So that essentially stops the growing process on the onion.
That
Onion
stops
won't grow any?
that stops the growing process. They're not going to grow anymore. So now what they're going to do is they'll begin to pull the last little bit of nutrients that they need from the tops down into the necks, into the onion, and you know, to try to just help fill it with the last little bit of sugars that it needs, and any of the other chemicals that they need to basically, it's told itself, now I need to go into storage mode. So I need to be as healthy as possible to last as long as I can until, until it needs to produce again. But we know it's not going to produce again. So
what's your overall, as you look at this crop, you have positive thoughts?
I'm very
I
mean, yeah. No, I mean, I love this. I mean, it's, you know, last year.
I mean, these sizes look pretty wonderful.
Yeah. Last year was a challenging year. So to see this year, I mean, we're just thankful to be standing in a field that's got a good many onions in it. So, but no, it looks good. I mean, it doesn't look like there's a pile of disease and bacteria in here. You know, the onion that I had a minute ago had a little bit of disease. It looks like it had started, but I think it would stop before we had to cut it or anything. So, yeah, I mean, overall, you know, I just grabbed 10 onions, and
it's a jumbo right there.
Yeah, this is a colossal. Yeah, that's going to be a colossal there. Yep, that's going to be a colossal. But I've grabbed, you know, I mean, as I grab these onions, I'm looking for any of these leaves that are dead or looking like they're dying, going down into the neck. Don't see that.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. It looks real good. It's the official, well, I say it's the official. We just started clipping onions. So, we started actually yesterday, but we're trying to beat some rain. This is one of our first fields of onions that you're going to see on the store shelves. So we are basically training the crew and just getting them kind of back into the rhythm of harvesting the onions. And so
explain the onions. So they're first dug. And then the crew comes through and cuts the tops.
That's
and these
correct.
are the tops that they've left behind?
Yeah. Yep. These are the tops that they've left behind. So they're
with some exceptions.
Yeah, these are a few onions that they actually left. So, but you can see this is what the onion looks like when they pick it up to harvest it.
Yeah.
And this is what it should be, similar to what it should look like whenever they get through. The roots will be somewhat cut off, they'll dry up, and the neck, you can see the neck, they should have, this one's maybe a little too short, they should leave a little bit longer, but that's kind of what we're looking for, is for the product to be like this.
And And then they just hand put them in those bins right there?
Yeah. So what they do is they come through here and they clip into a bucket, and then the bucket is dumped into this bin. So they'll typically they cut the roots first, and then they'll cut the necks. So what we're trying to do is, what we'll do is we'll carry these onions to the packing shed. We'll put them in our drying rooms, which I know we've done some videos in the past of the drying rooms, but put them in the drying rooms, and we'll begin to kind of help dry this neck down. I'll show you more of that later on when we get to that process. But I mean, this is this is what we've been waiting on all season. This is our opportunity to kind of reap what we've sown.
And the crop right over here have not been.
That's right. So we during this time of the year we dig. It takes a little while for the onions to mature all at the same, or to mature. So what we do is we just come through, we dig a little bit, then we wait, dig a little bit more. And so that's what we're doing now. We're just going to dig a little bit more today, probably 4 or 5 acres. You can tell if you look on the ground here, the onions are still cracking the dirt. So we're trying to get everything we can out of them here towards the end, just to size up. But we like I said, we're just, with the crew moving as well as they are, we weren't sure if we were going to be able to clip today, but we are. So because we're clipping today, we're going to dig a little bit more so that they'll be drying. So by the time they get here, they are able to there's another one. They're able to keep going whenever we get here. Yep, it's pretty cool. Been nervous all year for this moment. Nothing better than finally getting to see them on the ground drying. Peeling off this. We try to peel this skin off here. As throughout the season, we'll have, like we talked about before, you can see certain leaves will die back some. And so what happens is it causes a little bit of darkness on them. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just an aesthetic thing. So we'll clean it off by letting them dry out. The wind will dry them out a lot. And then we'll take them to the shed and we'll finish drying them in our drying rooms. And so that's what we're basically doing. Everything that I'm peeling off here is like that. No sour smell, so that's a good thing. And looks like
Now, will the sun change the color of them if they stay?
So what they'll start doing is just turning yellow and golden, so that you can have that color that you're used to seeing at the store. Each you can see right here where the sun's kind of drying this one out. The longer it sits there, the more it'll dry it out. That's basically, and then it'll turn its natural color. See, it looks fresh now. But as that sun dries this other layer off, what I'll try to do is that layer's going to pop off, and then that'll be the layer that you see in the store.
Oh, look at that.
So pretty neat. Got a little bit of mechanical damage from the plow. So it happens. But sit here and just peel them off, and no sour smell or anything, so that's good. That means that the onion doesn't have bacteria. Should be a good storing onion.